Back now at 8:35 with the one, the only Bob Odenkirk, the actor and comedian beloved for his hits like Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad. Heading back to TV, guys, he's got a new one. It's a new series on AMC. It's called Lucky Hank. He stars as a college professor and unlikely chairman of the English department who is experiencing a serious midlife crisis. Take a look.
You are here. And even if your presence at this middling college in this sad, forgotten town was some bizarre anomaly, and you do have the promise of genius, which I'll bet a kidney that you don't, it will never surface. I am not a good enough writer or writing teacher to bring it out of you. And how do I know that? How? Because I, too, am here.
Bob Odenkirk. That's brilliant.
Thank you so much.
From that clip, I love that character.
Oh, good.
Seems super cranky.
He is. He's a cranky guy. Hank Devereaux Jr. He's a cranky guy.
Tell us about him.
Well, he's dissatisfied or pretends to be. Maybe he's secretly really happy. I don't know. It's called Lucky Hank, and it's both ironic and true. He doesn't consider himself lucky. You probably watch it and go, he doesn't seem particularly lucky. But it's that kind of thing where the more you get to know him, the more you're like, oh, man, you are so lucky. You don't realize it. This wife you got, played by Mireille Enos, and these people who need you and trust you, and the status you have as a college professor. I mean, you are a lucky guy. You should just enjoy it. So it's... Well, we'll see how it plays out over 8 episodes. But one of the great things about this show is the writers have written this wonderful, funny, and moving, dramatic story that really goes somewhere. It takes a journey.
So you're on Better Call Saul. I mean, this is like one of the premier shows. And now it's time for something new. Did you decide, you know what, I'm going the opposite of that? I'm going to do something different?
Yes. I wanted something quite different. Yeah, and this is, and just the reasons I sort of secretly shared with you. You know, Saul was such a loner. He was alone. And Kim Wexler, his friend, partner, love interest, she was a loner too. They were like two loners who recognized that. In this show, me and Mireille Enos play Lily and Hank, and you will recognize the vibe of it as a long-time couple. I think we played it. We fit right into it.
Right.
And so I got to play somebody who does have love in his life, but is also, you know, disgruntled.
Well, I looked at that, and I just, for a second, I thought about what were you like in college? I know you play a professor there. So
you don't happen to have that picture of me.
What picture? What picture? That one? Oh, we got that picture.
That's me after a rainstorm.
Really?
Yeah, it was raining like crazy at SIU, Southern Illinois University, a college I loved, that I attended for 2 years and got my degree from. And I had long hair and a beard, and seemingly I had a sour expression, but I really enjoyed it.
Were you a party guy? Or
I was not a party guy. In fact, I didn't drink beer at all. And I didn't smoke pot at all.
Yeah, you didn't?
No.
Just because?
Well, my dad had a problem with alcohol. And so I didn't drink anything between the ages of 18 and 32.
Wow.
And then I just enjoy a drink once in a while now. But I was a good guy. I was trying to find my way. I was a little, maybe more than a little, immature in social ways. And I wanted to be a writer. I wanted to be a novelist. I loved Jack Kerouac's writing, and so much. I read a lot. And then when I would sit down to write, I realized all I wrote was comedy sketches.
Well, you wrote for SNL and many times since, but a project you're working on right now is maybe one of the most beloved projects you've ever done.
It's my favorite thing that I've done. And I do love Lucky Hank, but let's talk about the book I wrote with my son and daughter. When they were little, we wrote this. So we would read books.
What's Zilot?
Zilot is a word my son made up. It means a blanket fort.
Okay, a blanket fort.
An indoor fort.
Ones,
And he started calling it a zillet. And we all were like, where'd you get that word? And he goes, I don't know. It's a zillet. And so we started calling it a zillet. So it's poems that I wrote with my kids. So they would get in my lap and we'd read books and then we'd write one poem. And I kept some of them. There's Aaron with me, and there's Aaron and Nate. And then, you know, I put them on a shelf because some of the poems were funny and had good ideas in them. And then during the pandemic, my daughter is now an artist. She did the wonderful illustrations. And my son wrote some more poems, and we rewrote and fixed up all those old poems that we wrote.
I cannot wait for that. You said this is more important to you than your own memoir.
It's the most important thing in the world to me, Zilot. I love it. It's my heart. And it's my kids, too. And
will you promise you'll come back when Zilot comes out?
Oh, I would love to. Okay. Please.
But you got to catch Bob Odenkirk in Lucky Hank. It premieres Sunday night on AMC, streaming on AMC+.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today Show every weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific on our streaming channel, Today All Day. To watch, head to today.com/allday or click the link right here.